Yay, it's official. Hello, hello. Welcome to our Midsummer Shake Up. Some of you are at the beach. Just kidding, that's a really great backdrop. Some of you are on a boat, quite literally, a big, giant, massive cruise. And then some of us are driving or in homes. Like, we totally understand that life is crazy. It's a very, very busy season. Hence why we wanted to get together kind of as a group, kind of as a community of like-minded women who are setting out on a path to feel and look their best. And we are going to do that with a midsummer shake-up. In fact, I actually am, I'm in Virginia, so midsummer is probably the wrong term since my kids go back to school in like 5 minutes. So end of summer shake-up for me. But welcome, and get excited because we could absolutely, letting people in, we could absolutely be doing this over a Facebook Messenger chat. We could be doing this over a text, even a quick call. We could have one-on-ones all darn day. But the one thing that we sort of miss out on as we get, I'll use the word older, the one thing that we start to really miss out on as we get older, and especially as moms and women and wives, is community. Right? Like being in a group filled with women who have similar journeys. Of course, we all have different goals, we have different wants, we have different needs, but you're in a safe place. You are surrounded by women who just want to thrive, right? We are ditching the survival and we are thriving, and we are doing that here. So we wanted to gather up all of our team and you, and we wanted to share some of the events that took place in our lives that really catapulted our wellness. An event that took place that was heavy in our hearts, and maybe a little, rumbly in our bellies, a moment that took place where we said, you know what? It's time to level up. It's time to switch things up. I know that I need to change. So we're going to get started. But first, why are you here, right? I just told you that you're here on a Zoom because we want you to be a part of our community, right? This is going to be a fun, edutaining, I'm going to coin that term, edutaining event that we do every quarter. So we're thrilled that you're here. This is where it's at. This is where it's all going to go down. Welcome to our community. This team, this collective team, is called Team Heart. And you're going to be hearing from women on our team. And again, they're going to wear their hearts on their sleeve. They're going to share the journey that they started with and where they are now. But this night, this 45 minutes is not about them. Okay, this is about you. This is about, maybe there is a woman here that her story resonates with you. Maybe this is a moment for you to take a hot second to really think about how you feel right now. Or maybe you're just here for free gifts. Any of the above is great. If you've ever been to one of our parties, you know that gift giving is my love language, and tonight is no exception. So with pop-up parties, we have pop quizzes. So keep that chat open as long as you're not driving, because we're going to be throwing some questions at you. I'll be like, I guess, the Vanna, throwing questions at you. You're going to answer in the chat. And tonight we're going to be gifting some radical, really cool gifts. These are EWG certified lash revitalizing and conditioning mascara. This is the best mascara you will ever put on your eyes. Trust me when I say that. All right. So if you're in a loud environment, feel free to mute yourself. Otherwise, if you have any questions at any time, post them in the chat, or I guess we could go back to grade school and you could totally raise your hand and ask any question that you have. Okay, so who the heck am I, right? Why am I here? I, of course, can be your game show host all day long, but why am I here? I just happen to pave the way a little bit sooner. I joined this incredible company for very personal and very selfish reasons a little over 3 years ago. I am about to be 42 years old, and I remember sitting at the dinner table with my husband and my then 3-year-old and 8-year-old, and I felt cement, literal cement in my chest, almost as like I couldn't catch my breath. The anxiety that I was feeling on a day-to-day basis was through the roof. And of course, you know, the world was very different, or starting to become very different 3 years ago. So there was a lot of heaviness. But I had usually done a very good job of managing my stress, managing my anxiety. I am a fitness instructor. I have been for 11 years. I am also a nutritionist. So I know what to do, right? I know all the right things to do to live a
Kitty cat's scared of stuff.
happy. I'm sorry, I'm just muting some people. It's my least favorite thing to do. A happy and healthy life. The anxiety was the very first symptom of a downward spiral. The anxiety, the wanting to pull my covers over my head in the morning and just not get out of bed. That was the first sign of, whoa, what is going on? Immediately after the anxiety and the borderline depression came IBS, like significant tummy troubles, not being able to go to the bathroom regularly, even though I was still, you know, eating high fiber, protein, plenty of water, taking what I thought was a decent probiotic, letting people in. I thought that I was doing all the right things. So anxiety, severe irritability to the point where my husband was like turning a corner to avoid me, along with just a stomach that just felt like it was about to erupt at any time. Weight gain where I exercised every day, but I couldn't quite get to an optimum level weight. I did not feel and certainly look my best. I don't know if you all, or y'all, like I should start to say now that I'm a little more in the South, I don't know if y'all believe in God winks, but when I hit this rock bottom, if you will, a little over 3 years ago, my phone rang. And on the other end of my phone was a woman who was my best friend on my Beachbody team. I used to be with a company called Beachbody. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of that company. There goes the hands. Yes. Was with them for 8 years. She picks up the phone and she tells me, I'm leaving Beachbody and I'm taking you with me. Well, one, heck no, was my first response. And my second response was, I probably shouldn't be that abrupt. I probably shouldn't be that rude and abrasive. I probably should take a seat, open my ears, and just listen. And it started out very selfishly because it was a wellness company. So I thought, you know what? I need to feel well. I do not feel well right now. Okay. So I'm going through turmoil in my body. I'm going through just all these extreme changes. And I'm like, this is my ticket. Like, let's see if this can help. Can this help my situation? So, long story longer, I'm going to wrap this up and then I'm going to pass on the torch. I decided to do a very big deep dive and I wiped out my cabinet. My cabinet, I'm sure if you open up your cabinet right now, are vitamins just going to come tumbling out, right? Handfuls of vitamins just going to come tumbling out of a cabinet. That's how mine was. I just decided to ditch and I just decided to switch just for a brief moment, almost to prove them wrong. Well, I'm still here, sitting here today, and I am walking, talking, skipping, conga lining proof that you can flip your wellness, your fitness, your whatever journey that you are on, you can flip it right side up with 3 things. I joined a company that has over 300 products, yet I started out with 3 things. And that's why you're here tonight. You're not here to be overwhelmed by 300 products. You're not here, you know, to be overhyped or filled with fluff or especially filled with facts, because that would just put you to sleep. You are here to listen. You are here to open your hearts and you're here to ask yourself a very difficult question, which I will ask you momentarily, and then I'm going to get to give away some Lash Boost mascara. But before we do that, I want to take a moment to pass the mic over to one of our newest wellness babes who joined us just very recently. The very bubbly, the sunshine, just literal sunshine, Miss Kelly. Kelly, would you mind unmuting yourself and sharing
Yes,
your journey with these beautiful women?
absolutely. I love to share my journey because what I have learned is that when we share our journeys, people find hope from that, right? And my story, something else I'm learning, is not actually really that unique, right? And I'll dive more into that. But what happened was, it's so funny too how like you can pinpoint that time in your life when you knew you needed a change. And mine was this spring break. We live in Virginia, and for spring break we went to Key West. We went to Key West for spring break in March, and we get down there, and of course I packed my swimsuit and I'm getting on my bikini, and I love my bikini. I love being in a bikini. I feel so confident in that. And this time I put it on and I was like, woo, what is this? Like what am I working with here? Right. Um my body had done some changing, and I was kind of shocked. So I threw the little bikini aside and put on my one piece that I brought just in case. And this was the first time in a long time that I was feeling like not comfortable in my body, and that really bothered me. That really shook my confidence. So I wore the one piece and I didn't love it. It felt tight. And in all my pictures, I'm like half smiling, cool, like don't like hurry up, take the picture, right? Like my face is all bloated. At that point, I had had the like worst acne of my life. My belly was bloated and I just felt terrible, right? Like my body felt really terrible, but then like my confidence, I just felt really terrible. So we do spring break, so much fun. We come back, and a couple days after spring break, I'm looking through the pictures and I could see how like not happy I was, like in my eyes, in my face, how I was like half smiling, how I was like trying to like hide my body, right? Like duck behind people, put my purse in front of my belly, right? Like doing all the things that we do when we don't feel good and confident. And I was just like, I've got to make a change, right? So I was like, I know a girl. So I reached out to Serena and she was like, say less. I have you. I've got something for you. Serena, did you want me to share about how I got started?
I would love it.
Like what I used?
Yep.
Okay. So Serena, in all her wisdom, is like, I need you just take this 3-minute quiz. It was so quick. It was innovative beyond my wildest dreams. I'm really, really busy. So I need quick, I need like cut to the chase. And that's what this was. I got set up with personalized supplements and this wonderful magical thing called the Ready Set Wellness Bundle. And it's basically 3 products, and those 3 products skyrocketed and jump started. I know we hear that all the time, but this is like truly the case. My wellness this spring, I began to debloat, my skin began to clear up, and the most important thing that I felt was the confidence begin to creep back, right? Like all of a sudden I started to feel more confident in my body, more confident, more happy, like right? Like I could feel that like internal shift with these products that helped jumpstart my wellness. And the
Amazing.
rest is history, really. I
Yeah.
mean, like
No,
living,
the
breathing
rest is
history,
history.
but
The
it's
rest is
not
happening
history
right
before I keep
now.
going. Like, I'm so
Isn't
obsessed.
she? She's like a ray of sunshine. Like she just keeps getting better. And those are the stories that make me get out of bed, right? That I am selfishly addicted to the high of seeing women succeed, whether it's in business or whether it's in wellness or whether it's in both. I am addicted to that. So I show up, my feet hit the floor, and this is what I do day in and day out. I'm gonna ask my first question. Thank you so much, Kelly, for sharing your story. I'm gonna ask my first question of the evening. So when you are ready, open up that chat. Now, this is an opportunity to be a little vulnerable. So you might take a moment while we're still talking to answer this question. The word healthy, it's such an arbitrary word. Like, what does it mean to be healthy? Well, obviously being at your optimum weight, that's always a good thing, right? But what about how we feel? Okay, so take a moment right now, you, our guest on these Hollywood squares, in this like-minded community, in this safe space. How do you feel right now? If I need to help jog your mind, do you struggle through the day or do you own it? So while I continue on with my very fun rant, I'm going to keep checking that chat box, that MidSummer Shake Up chat box. And I am very excited to hear how you are feeling right now, because again, I am addicted to the high of seeing people succeed. But first, we have to see what you're struggling with. Okay. So Danelle, good job. Danelle feels great. I wonder why. So, but here's the thing. Own it. Nice. I love it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'm gonna try and like not look at it, even though I'm so excited. I'm gonna wait to check back in. What things matter to you? Heather, Lori, Kelly, what things matter to you? Does natural matter? Does pure matter? Does non-toxic matter? Right? Do these things matter? Well, for me personally, again, the woman who paved the way a little over 3 years ago, and decided to jump in head first, freaking full body in, I have so many wants and needs. Keep the chat going. Keep telling us how you're feeling. Keep it coming. I have so many wants and needs. Just ask my husband. But the main goal for me today, okay, is I just want to feel good, right? Not some of the days. I want to feel good. And that's in all capital letters. All of the days, right? Is that too much to ask? So welcome to our wellness world reinvented, right? We have transformed the old and we have welcomed in a new season of our lives, okay? And we want to tell you exactly how and exactly why. We want to show you, again, that we are walking, talking, skipping, conga lining proof that you can thrive each day and you can hit your goals faster. Okay, you can get better at any age. You can feel better at any age. So before we hear from another Team Heart babe, we want to tell you again and remind you that yes, this company has over 300 products, but you got to hear from Kelly how she got started. We are not here to overwhelm you. We are here to give you the solution to start feeling good today. We are here to give you the solution to start feeling better now. We are here to shake up your routine. And it all starts with personalization. Personalization is the wave of the future. I know that if you open anything up on your phone, it's all personalized to you, your playlists, your audibles, your Amazon, everything is personalized. So why the heck are we listening to our 20-year-old hairdresser tell us which vitamins to take when they are half our age and need not the same thing that we do, right? So Shackley takes your nutrition personally, which is really fun for us because we get really personal. Our group is very personal. You are very unique, right? You have your own specific needs. You have health goals that are different than mine. You have your own specific needs. So before Shackley makes a single recommendation, they're going to learn about you. Okay? Not me, not Kelly, not Courtney. They're going to learn about you. A multi-million-dollar assessment that was designed by doctors, scientists, and nutritionists. And it is called Meology. It is very I guess it's not naughty. I can say it. It's very sexy, if you will, because again, I kind of get off on personalization. So seeing my cute coined term on my vitamin packets just makes me giddy every morning. One more reason to never forget and to stay consistent. Shaklee has invested an incredible amount of money into meology, right? So basically they created a quiz, the same quiz that Kelly just started with a few months ago, or an assessment, if you will. They're going to understand exactly what you need to thrive. Okay, so using that assessment, and they're going to gather up their responses, and using 100 years of science and experience, they are able to deliver supplements that provide the exact nutrients that your body needs to thrive. So meology, it's not just personal, right? That sounds great. And that's almost even fluff, right? These could be filled with Tic Tacs and it would still look cute, but would it work? I mean, your breath would be fresh, but that'd be about it. This is proven. Okay, so over a century of Shaklee research and experience goes into these supplements. Supplements that when you are using them consistently and even compounding over time, they are going to make a difference in your health. Can you hear it in my voice? This literally is what rocks, I was gonna say rocks my world, but I should say knocks my socks off because I'm barefoot right now. Okay, so check this out. You can even Google this when we get off this call. And you probably want to perk your ears open because it might be a question. Shaklee is the most clinically trialed wellness company in the world. Again, that's just a fact. It's a very incredible fact, but it is just a fact. But there was a study that was done with Cal Berkeley. It's called the Landmark Study. And it is the very first study of long-term users of multiple supplements. Think about when you go to Costco or GNC or the Nature Made supplements. Think like that. So UC Berkeley found people who were using Shaklee supplements versus GNC, Costco, Target, Nature Made, Amazon vitamins had double digit better biomarkers for heart, brain, and cognitive health, okay, versus those that were just using your regular run-of-the-mill vitamins. How incredible is that? So I want to open up the chat. Kelly, do you have somebody that you have in mind that is going to win the Lash Boost mascara for saying how they feel? You can peek. I want you to do that right now. I'm introducing our next babe. All right. So again, you can feel confident knowing that your supplements are pure, they're safe, and they're proven. All right. So there was a question that we asked about how you're feeling. You're jotting them in the comments now. I would do it fast if you haven't done it because Kelly is about to pick a winner for the Lash Boost mascara. But first, I want to hear a story from a woman who said no to me 900 times. And then after she said yes, she asked me 900 questions before she even thought about joining me. So Roseanne, we would love to hear a little bit about your journey here thus far. Do you want to unmute and say a few words?
There we go. It was not 900, it was 800.
There we go. Perfect. A lot.
So hi everyone, I'm Roseanne. I'm on the West Coast. I'm just north of San Francisco. So yes, I had 900, 800 something questions before I got started with Serena. We are both former Beachbody, me a shorter time than her. I've also been a fitness instructor for the past 20 years as well, so long history in fitness. So when I started on this, and maybe best suited as a trigger warning, it's an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people. I started on this journey after I was postpartum, after losing my pregnancy at 21 weeks. I was so severely nutrient depleted to a level to where I could be talking to all of you squares right here and I would fall asleep. I would literally close my eyes and fall asleep mid-conversation. And it was happening like way too much. And I got my labs done. The labs were even more scary to read. And also just, on top of going through not only that grief and loss, I also didn't get medical support or enough for someone who was postpartum without a baby, but also not any psychological help either, not even being able to get a script to see a therapist in addition to that, and having to fight to do that. But I did know I needed to eat. I needed to get good nutrition. I had to do something. And if anybody can relate to the all or nothing mindset when it comes to eating and the diet culture, that was me. I have tried everything under the sun in the past 20 years of my life. I've done keto, I've done paleo, I've done Atkins, I have done everything. So I just made at least a conscious decision while going through this really big, just this big cloud of grief and stress. I have to start with something small. And if anything, it was more just about learning more about basic nutrition and just rebuilding my basic nutrient building blocks. Like I said, when I looked at my labs, they were insanely bad. Like my doctor even asked me how I was still standing with the amount of times I was just kind of on and off passing out, and I just did not look good at all. So anyways, talking to Serena, asking all my 900 questions, I finally got started with kind of like our signature bundle with protein, vitamins, and I just kind of made that as like this is how I'm going to get started. I'm going to just commit to doing just this. I don't need to make any other big changes, hence the all or nothing kind of mindset that I think a lot of us have when it comes to diet, food, and exercise. I'm just going to, do this. And, again, surprisingly, I began to feel better. Just covering the basic protein, rebuilding my nutrients, my minerals. And there's a lot more to that story, but I don't want to take up too much time. But over the course of that next year, I was able to get myself off blood pressure medication, thyroid medication, reduced hormonal supplementation, and ultimately also took myself off antidepressants. I have nothing against antidepressants, but for me, I was able to get off all of that over the course of 1 year, really just solely focusing on basics, just basics. And for someone who has an all or nothing mindset, go big, go home, I got to do everything and I got to go crazy with all of it. Simplicity is the key. So that's how I started, and that's where I currently am.
Oh my gosh, you hit the nail on the head with the basics, right? You need a place to start. We all want a plan, but we also want somebody who is doing it with us. We all want to feel like we are not alone. And even though we're on a virtual call right now, the women who join our wellness community, if you will, we of course are just like you heard, her journey is different than mine, and it's different than Kelly's. But still, for her to see such significant change in her day to day by starting out with something so simple yet monumental literally makes my heart skip a beat. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Roseanne. It is so impactful. I hope that it resonates with somebody who's listening right now. And now I want to give, I was just chatting behind the scenes with Kelly, and oh my gosh, Leah, can you tell us who invited you, sister? Because telling us that you want to feel stronger physically and mentally, less anxiety. It's Leah. Leah, you're winning our Lash Boost mascara. Lucky lady. Okay. I know your address, so I can send it to you. Okay, all right. So we've heard from Kelly, we've heard from Roseanne, totally different experiences. Yet again, we got started with our very simple Ready, Set, Wellness bundle. I would love, absolutely love to hear from Miss Courtney Mitchell. I know she's busy at a surf event, but I'm going to ask you to unmute and just give us a little tidbit about the grief you gave me and where you are now.
Oh, the grief. Oh, about that. So it's so funny because I feel like my story is so similar to Kelly. I will be texting her all night long so that we can compare and contrast notes because I've seen her body, and if I'm going in that direction, sign me up. So I like super similar. I don't have like a crazy, I don't have a crazy big fancy, nothing like tremendous, I guess, in like the world of tremendous stories, except I turned 40 in 2020. And like, I don't know if you guys were around in 2020, but like it was insane. And I ate my feelings and I drank my feelings and did all the things to cope with like growing kids and getting through and all that stuff. And I I was telling Serena before that I was trying to think of like a monumental moment when like I knew I should have like really done something because I'd reached out to you before and whatever. I took a picture of myself because I was trying to take a before picture of my hair, and I saw a picture of myself in the back, and I was totally disgusted. I I wasn't the person that I was looking at, and I couldn't believe that other people were looking like that's what they were seeing, and that wasn't me. You know what I mean? And my whole life I was tall and lean and thin, and then hormones like kicked in, and a worldwide lockdown kicked in, and like I had zero control. And I feel like you could do all of the things, but the cleanse for me was like the super jump start. But I and then I've seen like drastic results, but I maintain it so well with the protein, and I can't believe I'm like a protein girly. I'm not a girly, I'm a woman, but I'm a protein woman. And I it just keeps me going. You know what I mean? Like even the kids, but it sustains you, and it makes like I have like a over 30-pound weight loss over the last 2 years, and I credit so much of it to the daily protein. So that's my kind of unboring, boring story. I
It's not
wish you were all here at the beach with me.
it's not boring in any way, but if I can share one thing about Courtney is that we are basically family and very close friends, and we were friends before she decided to say yes to just even purchasing products. But the one thing that Courtney had that could resonate with you is she could not pull the trigger. So she would tell me over and over and over again about her struggles and her ailments. So I would ask her, how are you feeling? And she would tell me some of the worst things I've ever read, right? Like, I hate the word fat. I hate the word fat. And she would use that word so often, and tired and sluggish and sick of being tired. And so I knew exactly what she needed, but for some reason we get so caught up in our thoughts. We get so caught up in pouring from an empty cup because we spent all day giving and giving and giving and doing and doing and doing for our families, for our spouse, for our careers, for our houses, that there's nothing left. We don't even have enough time to make the decision to put ourselves first. So I had to be the very bossy, it's not very hard for me to be bossy, the very bossy, bold nudge that said, enough is enough. Something's got to give. This is going to take 3 minutes of your time, and it is going to change your life. And that is the real story behind Courtney. It's not the protein or the 30-pound weight loss. It is that moment that she sat down and did it. It's that moment that she flipped the switch and told herself a different story. Because for a whole year, she told herself the story of, I'll be okay in my sweats. It's okay. One more glass of wine is going to be fine. Not sleeping through the night is no big deal. You know what I mean? For a whole year, she told her that story. And then in 3 minutes, it completely flipped and switched. So I would love to share if you guys want to see something pretty awesome. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Bear with me. I had to go through a lot of pictures today, so I have a lot of them. Brace yourself. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be here. I'm not kidding. Talk amongst yourselves. Feel free to unmute. I'm finding it.
Courtney, this morning I was on my Peloton and there was a man, oh, I think it was a man. His name was something like Surf or something, and he was from Princeton, New Jersey. And I almost texted you like, do you know this person? And like took a screenshot. I did not, because I thought maybe that was gonna be a little weird, but I was like, I wonder if Courtney knows him.
It'd be more me. She can't stand Princeton. It'd be more me knowing them.
Oh, it'd be more you. Well, I'll send you the picture. Maybe you know him.
Thumbs up if you can. Thumbs up if you can see my screen.
Text me. Text me, please.
Okay, awesome. So I just want to share with you a couple things. We really hate sharing photos because they should be scratch and sniff. It's not about what the photos look like, but they are shocking. But really what it is more about is scratching your screen and sniffing how incredible these women feel, okay? So that sounded super naughty, and I definitely meant it. Meet Courtney before Shackley. If you want to take a screenshot and save this, because it's going to help you, then do it. But here is my friend Courtney when she was telling me no, and when she was telling me maybe not today, I don't think I can, I have too much going on. And now Courtney, today, give me a break. Shut the front door, come on. She started with 3 things. Walking, talking, skipping, conga lining. I don't know if she can conga line, but walking, talking, skipping proof. Okay, so I want you to see, what do you notice? There's my before photo. What do you notice about these photos? We can't even look at the picture. We can't even look at the camera, right? Those were our goodbye photos. I will never look like that again. You bet your bottom dollar. But we can't even look at the camera. Okay, so as you get older, as we are embarking on seasons of perimenopause, menopause, there are a few things that start to diminish. 1, our light. 2, our confidence, right? So this is, of course, feeling good. This is being in an optimum weight, having more energy, sleeping better, going potty every day. This is all about that. But you want to know the byproduct of all those things? Your smile gets bigger, your confidence, right, starts to soar. So that's why we're here. That's why we do these events. So again, thank you so much, Courtney, for sharing your story. I would love to hear from one more boss babe. We have so many women on our team who have incredible stories, but we would be here until Labor Day. So I want to invite my friend Danelle from Idaho. She's in Idaho right now, to tell a little bit about her story, which is definitely unique to all of ours. Take it away, Danelle.
Awesome. Hey, ladies. So I'm going to try to keep it like short and sweet, but mine is a little bit going to revolve around like my postpartum journey. A little backstory is I have 2 girls, they're 14 months apart, and I was not really able to overcome postpartum after my first because I got pregnant at 6 months with my second born. Long story short, I gave birth to my second, and I had something called placenta previa, which puts that at a high risk category for pregnancies. It's pretty intense and pretty scary. I gave birth, I was anemic, I lost a lot of blood, I almost died on the table. Like, it was just a very traumatic experience for both myself and for my husband. Even my daughter, she was in the NICU for a week. So it was just a very traumatic experience all around. Fast forward a year and a half later, I had still felt all of these symptoms, such as like major brain fog. I couldn't even sit in front of you guys today without having a conversation, stumbling on my words, not knowing where I'm going with my conversation. all of that was like tied into brain fog. That was just one of my major symptoms. I was super low energy. I was having to nap every single day. And of course, like you hear, like, oh, you're a new mom, like you nap when the baby naps. So I just honestly thought all of these symptoms of like unhappiness, I wasn't even enjoying moments with my kids that I knew and I thought I should be. All of these things were starting to line up. And then I got to a point with my weight. And my weight was actually, I'm a very like active person. I always love to be outside, hiking, nature, sports, all the things. So at one point, my weight just got to me mentally, and it was affecting me in so many ways. I started going back to the gym. I was dieting. I was counting my macros. I was doing every single thing that had worked in the past that was not working anymore. And I was so confused. I didn't understand why. And in my mind, I thought like, okay, if I can figure out my weight loss, then I will be happier. It took me about 4 different doctors to figure out what was going on. I finally found one that actually took the time and energy to help me understand what I went through, how postpartum moms, we go through what's called postnatal depletion. Our bodies are ripped of so many essential hormones, nutrients, minerals that we just have to refuel our body of. And these play a factor in our mental and our physical health. There was a day when I was at the gym and I saw another mom who had her baby more recently than I, and she was in better shape. And I was just like, I'm that typical person where I'm like, okay, well, here I am comparing myself and I shouldn't, but we just naturally do that, right? So I was like, okay, enough's enough. I need to figure out what's going on. I need to get my weight back in track. I need to do something I never had done before. And I had a friend that actually told me about this Ready Set Wellness plan and this cleanse. And I was at the point of where, you know what, I don't believe in cleanses, but at this point, I don't even care. Let's try it. And it was mind blowing to me because it helped me understand that every symptom that I had mentioned to you guys were signs of postpartum. And I didn't know you could be in postpartum that long after giving birth. And it was mind blowing to me. I did that cleanse. You guys, it reignited me. I lost 11 pounds in 7 days. My brain fog, I kid you not, it was just gone. I like, it was insane. Like, I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't realize this was even linked to nutrient and hormones. Like, it was just, what? It was so crazy. My energy levels were back. I was no longer needing to nap when my kids napped. I was able to enjoy and laugh with my kids again, which obviously our kids are our lives if you guys do have kids. And so just being present with them was my main goal. And I am feeling so much happier and better that I took that jump, because taking that jump can be so hard. And it sucks for me that I had to hit rock bottom to do it, but I'm grateful for it as of right now. It's just been so great.
Oh my God. I can't, I'm not even going to be able to talk because I'm on the verge of tears from that story. Thank you for being so vulnerable and wearing your heart on your sleeve and sharing. I went through postpartum so long ago, but it is such a vivid point in my life, just flashing back to how I felt then. And if only I would have had this then. Oh my gosh. So I'm so happy that you are here and that you are thriving, and your story is so impactful and powerful. Thank you for telling it. And the really cool thing that Danelle just did is she introduced the third and final kind of catapult your wellness, right? This Ready Set Wellness bundle is like Christmas in July, and it just so happens to be July. So along with your personalized vitamins and along with the Life Shake that is, ultra pure, beyond organic, certified gluten-free, and packed with BCAAs, which are branched chain amino acids, which basically help you retain lean muscle. So along with your light dimming and our confidence starting to dull as we get older because we get busier, and we put ourselves at the bottom, we also go through so many other things. We are also losing muscle mass. Okay. And so, if we're losing muscle mass, then what are we gaining more of? Fat. And that is obviously something that we don't want. So branched chain amino acids ensure that your body is not playing Russian roulette. Your body is burning fats and continuing to build that newly made muscle that you just, got when you were out on your walk or lifting your weights or whatever. So it is very important to have a branched chain amino acid in your protein shake. And there are not very many that do, and are specifically is absolutely incredible for the sheer fact that it is so pure and potent. And it definitely does the job. It's a non-negotiable for all of us every single day. Make sure that we get 20 grams of ultra pure protein, keeps us full. It's a meal replacement. You can have 2 a day. If optimum weight loss is your thing right now, you can swap 2 meals. But the kicker, and I am exactly like Danelle was, when somebody told me that there was a 3rd item in the Ready Set Wellness bundle, and one of the choices could be a 7-day cleanse. I said, heck no, there is no way I am choosing that. I want to run the other direction when you say the word cleanse. This, my friends, is not that. Consider this a box like rolling up to Jiffy Lube to get your oil changed. Instead, you are changing the oil of your liver. I could go into depth. We could get on so many hormone calls, but your liver is where everything stems from. Okay, so as you get older, because of the environment, because of the food that we eat, because of factors that we can't even control, extra stress, your liver starts to not work at an optimum level. The bile is supposed to attach to the toxins and remove them from your body. Well, as you get older, the bile stops attaching to the toxins. What happens then? You get backed up with toxins inside your body, and then ultimately inside your colon. So you are walking around with garbage that is supposed to be waste, but it's currently in your body. So what does that cause? That causes breakouts, that causes IBS, gas, bloating, weight gain, sleep, headaches, brain fog. It causes hormonal shifts to the point where you are so moody and irritable because your estrogen and your progesterone are so off balance. So everything starts with your liver. So the moment you decide to take 7 days to eat in abundance, okay, this is no juicing or fasting or, seeing if you could eat 6 baby carrots per day. This is eating in abundance for 7 days, taking an AM and a PM supplement that are pure and potent, and quite literally giving your body a full tune-up. Okay, the weight loss that happens from the 7-day cleanse is just a byproduct of the most magnificent things that you're going to get on top of that. You're going to continue to lose weight if you are needing to, because now your body's ready. It's primed and prepared. Okay, so on top of that, just like Danelle said, the alertness that you feel, it's almost like a high, right? You have cleansed your body to where it's cleared through the junk. So you're going to be running around, like the Energizer Bunny. Those are like the first symptoms you start to feel, like, oh my gosh, I slept so great and I woke up feeling energized and refreshed. That feeling alone kicks it into high gear to send you on, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. And when you wake up on day 8, I want to say it's pure magic, but this call is being recorded and compliance would kill me, but it's pure magic. Kelly hit a new fitness PR by the end of her cleanse. Yes, everything just gets a level up. So we always suggest that if you're going to do the Ready Set Wellness bundle, that you choose your free gift as the 7-day cleanse. If this sounds like something that you don't need because for whatever reason you've done a liver cleanse before, your body is working at an optimum level, then you're going to choose another gift. You might choose sustained energy boost. You might choose a tea. You might choose pre-workout, but that option is there. And if you're waiting and looking for extensive and phenomenal results, you're going to get it with that. All right, I'm going to be Vanna White really quickly, and I'm going to get down to business really fast. Okay, you're here for a reason. Somebody really rad invited you because they felt like this is something that would help your routine and help you thrive even more than you already are now. Okay, so you're wondering how much, Sarita, right? How much is this going to cost me? It's going to cost you your firstborn and $12 million. Okay, so start getting your loan documents ready and put your children in boxes and send them my way. No, it is absolutely not even close to what you're thinking. Okay, so the Ready Set Wellness Bundle, like I went over, the 3 magic products that catapult your wellness journey are normally $285. Okay, I would pay that 5 times over. I would buy that for my best friend for Christmas. I would buy it for my husband. I would do that all day long. But you are on this call for a reason. You are here for something extra, and we, in fact, are the extra team. This Ready Set Wellness, and it is that, in fact, Ready Set Wellness happens, is $179. Normally, I share a Canva that says it and shows it, but quite honestly, write it down, $179. Free shipping, and you are in our crew for life, meaning you will receive preferred member pricing forever. Okay, you will never pay retail. There's no extra cost for a membership fee. You will automatically be included in our Shackley family. Okay, but wait, there's more. We just so happen to be a part of the fastest growing team at Shackley, which means we don't just get a red carpet rollout, we get a green carpet rollout for our community. So because we know as women, our cups look like this most days, right? They're empty, or you're refilling, or you're reheating cold coffee all day long. We know that it's hard to pull the trigger on yourself. We've all been there. You heard Courtney's story? She took a year. Okay. I got smart after Courtney, and I realized I need to incentivize you to sit down and put yourself first. I need to incentivize you. We need to gift you to put yourself and your wellness first. So, okay, we have a really awesome gift. On top of it being only $179 and getting the 7-day cleanse for free, we are also going to gift you our incredible complete collagen 9 for any brand new order with us, which is freaking amazing. Our collagen 9 is complete. It's all 9 amino acids. If your collagen does not, it is basically just expensive poop. All right, so face, skin, joints, all the things. Put it in your coffee. It is flavorless. Add it to your shake. Make it a done deal. This is going to help level up your wellness even more. And it is a free $50 gift from us just for pulling the trigger and giving yourself Christmas in July. Okay, so how do you do this? What do you do? What does this look like? And where do we go from here? Well, 1, don't leave because we're taking a picture right now. And 2, when you get off this call, the person who invited you is going to send you a message that says, are you ready to take your quiz? Okay. And if you're watching the recording, your job is to quickly text, message, skywrite the person that sent you this and say, I'm ready to take my quiz. You're going to be super honest. You're going to promise us you're going to answer correctly. You know yourself better than we do, so be truthful. You're going to ignore blood work and measurements unless you happen to have those things handy. And then you're going to customize your Ready Set Wellness Bundle. From there, you're going to do a happy dance. You're going to send us your order confirmation, and we are going to send you your collagen. Literally as simple as that. Just like Roseanne said, don't overcomplicate it. This is simply about ditching and switching, shaking up your routine. But the really cool thing about doing it with us and this company and these products is you're going to feel fantastic. That's my story, and I am sticking to it. Thank you so much for being on this. If you want to take yourself, we don't care what you look like. If you're in your jammies, we want it. We want it all. We want to take a picture because it's what we do. It's really cute. It's Hollywood Squares. Heather Sushela, that's a beautiful name. I'm sure I'm totally butchering it, but Oh, the nicknames I would give you. How cute. All right. Are we ready, ladies? Panther's phone. I like that. They're somewhere dark. That's okay. All right. On the count of three, we're going to take a picture and then we're going to be on our merry way. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're driving. Good. Totally wouldn't worry about it, babe. All right. We are so thankful for your time. Thank you for being here with us, listening to our stories. Again, this was not about the stories that you heard. This is about you. So we cannot wait to welcome you. We do a 7-day cleanse journey once a month. So if you need accountability and you need tools and to do it with people, we do it on Facebook. We provide you with meal plans. We will provide you with shopping lists. We will take the guesswork out of all of it. We will put it all in your hands on a silver platter and you will make it happen. So thank you guys for spending your night with us. And we can't wait to welcome you to our wellness club. Bye, guys.